Well, welcome everyone to the channel, and we're going to be showing you in this channel the top 10 coolest features that the Apple Watch actually has, and you can set it up all for yourself. Super easy. And if you did like this video and this channel, please make sure to subscribe to it. So we're going to go into and show you all the different cool tricks that you can do with your Apple Watch, and of course set it up and easily do things that you probably didn't even know exist, and you can do it with the watch itself, especially if you're just getting it. So let's get started, and I'll show you all the cool things that you can do with the Apple Watch. Let's go into cool features that are found only on this phone, which is the 5. I like the way the new band is over here, and this doesn't get scratched as easy with the new number 5. Next thing is that you can actually customize the bands that are available as well, and I got the metal magnetic one. Unfortunately, this will set you back a whopping $150, and if it wasn't for that, this is actually one of the best bands that I've ever seen for the phone, but you can get probably a third party that manufactures something just like it. Another cool feature here is that you can get different kind of watch faces to this. All you have to do is just to click on it and just hold it. This is the California version of it. Press on customize, and you can actually change the stuff right inside of it, right on the phone itself. Here's the circle one, the Roman one, red version. Another good thing about this is that you can see a few things that you can set as reminders for you on the sides of it, and there is 4 different places for you to do so. Just press on this and hold it. Let's go ahead and do that. Press on customize, and now you can just click on the one you want to go ahead and change. So clicking in the middle one, and we spin here, moon phase, messages, weather, anything you actually want is going to show it right here for you. And then what you're going to be doing is pressing on this once again if you want it, but I want to change this one right here. So you press on it, the UV index here, and we can change this one as well. What I like is having this as if this is like the weather channel, so it actually tells me all the essentials for me, especially if I'm going to go outdoors. So that's the way I like to get it done, but everybody is different. So whatever you want, you can set it to look exactly like this. And now we have the cool watch face. We have the different kind of 4 different things that are available. And when you click over here, it even shows you extra information such as the air quality if it's good, the UV index, the wind speed, and the weather itself. Talking about the weather itself, just go and click on this, and we have all those apps that are available, and those are miniature apps that are available for the phone. And this is just for the watch, specifically made for that. There is not that many right now to be available, but I think in the future they're going to have a lot more of them that's going to be available as well. But the cool thing about this is when you go to it, let's go ahead and go for it, by clicking here, just like that, you can actually change the way it actually works. And you can press on the view list, or you can do a grid view, and with the grid view you can see them all together like this. The good thing about the grid view itself is that if you press long enough, you will see it just bouncing like this, and you can go ahead and delete them, or even rearrange them and move them around. If you have them, as many as I have, and this is a lot of them, you can zoom all the way out and then zoom into it too. So press on where you want it to go, and you can just zoom out of it too. The only issue with them, you can see you can zoom in and out and go into here and just move it around. Now those are a lot of apps, by the way, and the more apps you have, the more memory it's going to actually take away from your phone and the less you have for your watch. So this is one thing you should do as a hack. Just delete the apps you don't need, or just turn them off, so it doesn't actually use a lot of your energy for your phone. But if you keep on pressing on it, we go back to the list view, And here is much easier for us to find which one we need. But one thing that I do suggest for you to do, if you don't like any of them, make sure you go ahead and delete them. Just slide it on the side, and it lets you go ahead and press on the trash can, and you can delete each one of those you no longer use or you don't need. Now let's go ahead and change the interfaces, the watch faces right here. And the way you go about this, you just swipe them to the side, just like that. And we swipe the different ones that are available right there. And then if you want to customize, just press on customize right here, and we customize all the information in here. So in this one, we have 3 different apps that are available in this watch itself. And you can just go ahead and cycle through them and turn them around. So that's also pretty cool. So each watch app has different information and infographics to it, and you can go ahead and customize each one of those. So this one has a lot more choices for us to pick from. And I do like the variety, especially the variety with the watch itself. So it never gets old because you can always change the watch. If you don't like this one anymore, just go ahead and swipe to the side and use a different one. So let's swipe to the side. Sometimes it's not as responsive as others, but most of the time it's because you made a mistake when you actually felt it. So as you go through this, find the one you actually like and then just put them all over here. Now there are some very interesting watch faces that are available for the 5, such as the Vapor one. Ooh, that's a cool one right here. You just press on here and you see like the vapor that is just moving around, and you can just play with it too. So that's one of those cool features here. Another one is you can see the weather. It shows you it's cloudy outside. I wonder if they have one when it's snowing, it's thundering. That would be awesome if it gets to it. I don't know yet if it's that sophisticated, but I do like the way this keeps you entertained. There's like so many cool things that you can do here. And here's the Breathe one. I like this one too. As you press on it, it goes straight to the app. So some of them are actually connected to an actual app, so that's awesome as well. This one, this one is stuck in here. There we go. And going through this, the Moon one, I love the Moon one. You can actually spin this one right here, and you can see how it glows the whole entire moon, and then it goes away. And that actually has to do with the date itself. So as the date goes, you can see how the moon itself is going to change as well. And then of course, if you want to move it around and see the dark side of the moon, you can actually do that. So in real life, you can't actually see the dark side of the moon, but this actually lets you, I think. Now, another cool thing about this apps of the phone itself, is that there is 4 different locations here that you can go through. One is swipe from the top and go down. This actually gives you Siri and some alerts that are available for you. And it's going to be a red sign right here if there is any alerts that you missed out on. 2, move to the other side. Let's go ahead and do that this way. It shows you the different interfaces for your watch that you can go through them. So the different watches, and if you keep going, it will get you right here for all the different information that is available for you. Oh, I think it's an app, one of those app faces. There's also something called the Ring app. The Ring app is an activity monitor for you. And it shows how much activity you actually do, and you can play with your friends with this too. So you can add all your buddies and see how they're doing with the Ring app. So if you're an active swimmer, hiker, and something like this, it will show up over here. Since I haven't been doing that much with the Ring app, it shows right here. I'm super lazy. Now, if you keep on looking, another cool thing is if you drag it from the bottom all the way to the top, you have those features right here. And 1, it shows you the percent, how much energy it actually used. 2 is the night mode, which is do not disturb here too. Let's press on done. Right there, the night mode. There is the vibration. There's a few other modes here, and there is this one right here. If you're a swimmer, you press on this and then you move the cap out, and that's it. There's even a theater mode that is available over here, and there is even a handy flashlight that you can actually use. It just makes this thing bright, and then you can use it as an emergency flashlight. So if you are in a school building or in a place and the lights just go out, you just swipe it up and use this as an emergency flashlight. So there was always for you something to use. And I do like this feature because look how bright this gets. It really gets bright. It probably will eat up most of your battery really quick, but if you really need an emergency light, this will do it. If you don't have the phone handy, this is the next best thing to the phone. Now on the other side, which is this side right here, you swipe it, you see some more information, and that's actually one of the apps too, but it's from the other side. So overall, this is a very cool watch, and there was a lot of extra features that are available here that the previous watch didn't have. And the great thing about this is that it even has a monitor for you for your heart rate too. So the EKG built in right in here is awesome. Now one thing I don't suggest for you to do is that just have the EKG hidden inside here. So if you really need it, you go through and like, where is it? You can't actually find it. It's pretty hard to go through the whole thing until you find the EKG right there. So that's going to take a lot of time, and if you really need access right now, that's not going to be able for you to do this. Even if you press right here and you do the list view, even if you press right here and you do the grid view, it's still very hard for you to find the actual app itself. It is hidden right inside here, and unfortunately it will still take you a while to get it. So what I suggest for you to do instead is to use one of those interfaces right here, and get one and to move it right to this side. So I have one right here, and I'm just pressing on the EKG one, and it comes right up. And it says everything is good, no signs of arterial fibrillation, which is great. And now I'm going to be showing you a very cool feature that is also available on this phone. One, if you keep on scrolling through this, using this thing right here, and those are for the mini apps, you can make it like super dope, like super small like that. Really cool, by the way. Now if you're going the other way around, let's go ahead and do that. It goes through different kind of things, like whatever you have in the menu. But it also, you can also get and access any of those apps this way too. As you can see, it goes through this app, but it can go into a different app too. So you can choose the app you want to get into and just jump right into it, just like that, in and out. This is kind of cool, by the way. Another thing you can do here is to change something in here. So if you don't like the way it is, let's go ahead and change it. What I have to do is just press on it, just like this. And we have the grid view. Let's just press on it, just like that. And we have the grid view. But if you just press on it, and remember, just press on it, just like a tap into it, like this. There's also the list view, and you can press on it instead. So the list view might actually look better if you don't have this many apps. But it's also good for you to track the ones you like down. Or of course, if you dislike a few of those apps and you want to clean up the screen, all you have to do is just to press on the side, swipe it, and press on delete, and get rid of the ones that you have no use for. So let's go ahead and delete the ones we don't want, but actually I want them all, so I'm keeping them all here. But this is just to show you an example of this cool feature. And lastly, another really cool feature here is the Compass app. Just press on the compass right here, and you can see that we have an actual compass that we can use. Now the only thing about this compass itself is that there is a few things that make it not as accurate as it should be. So if you want to change it, what you have to do instead is just to click on it and press on it. Right now it's actually, I think it's off. And it says it's actually affected by magnetic interference, which is this watch band actually is magnetic. It tells you latitude, altitude, and the elevation as well. So let's go and check it out. Here is the compass, and you have to lay it like this for this to actually work. As you move it along, it's going to show you everything in here. And if you want to change something, you can actually press on this and hold it, and it's going to let you go ahead and adjust it. So that's another cool thing that you can actually do with the Compass app, and this is also only available with the watch number 5. So overall, this is a very cool watch. So overall, this is a very nice watch. Lots of extra awesome features that are not available in the previous one. You can get the GPS version, and also you can get one that is cellular version, and you can make phone calls right from the watch and answer the phone as well. I haven't actually got this one, but this is a beauty workout, and you should definitely consider getting it if you can afford it. So let's go ahead and review the watch app for the number 5 on the phone. This is something that is essential for you. You have to have the watch app for all the specs to actually work correctly. So having access to a phone is essential. It is complementary part of the watch itself. So if you don't have an iPhone, you can't actually get a lot of things to work on the watch. So this is very important for you. And you have to pair it on the Apple Watch. So those two are interchangeable. So you can't just get a phone without getting the watch. That is not even a choice for you. As you go through this, the first thing you're going to be seeing is the following, where it's going to say My Faces. So those are the different faces that are available for you to add to your watch. I do like the time-lapse one over here. As you click on the one that you like, just click the view that you want to have. For me, it's going to be the New York City view, but I do like the other one too here. And you can just add them just by clicking on it. So the location is going to be the first thing that you want to get. Click on back. And that's going to be one of the faces that is going to be available on the phone. To make this work, press on edit. And now what you have to do next is to drag it all the way to the bottom. So the first one is going to be the current watch face, which is going to be California, and it is on the bottom. The next one I can do this one, which is going to be the solar dial. And anything that I want to add is going to be moved all the way to the bottom of the screen, right after another. And you can have 4 of those in a row. You can't have any more than 4, because otherwise it's just not going to work. So when you're done, press on done. Now we have different faces that are available. Each one of those faces has customization option to them. So pressing on one of them, you can go ahead and change the things around. So different color codes right here, change the numericals by pressing on them too. Let's put it, the one I like is this one. And this one even has a different kind of dial to it. And in it, you can also change the things on this side, and we can just press on different ones for us to pick from. When we are done, press on back, and we are done for that one. So we can go ahead and edit every single one of those. Some of them have choices for us to edit, others don't really have that much choice for us to go and put in there, but that's okay. So going through them, just pick what you like and just change it to exactly that. I like this one. And in the complications, you go into it and you pick the one you like and you put it in here. Definitely, if you don't like any of those designs, you can go back on your phone and change it once again. Then you can go to the complications, which is all the different apps that are available on the phone. Pressing on any of those apps, you're going to get more information, but that is not here. It is somewhere else in the menu. But pressing on edit, you can go ahead and delete any of them super quick in case you don't need one of them. Then you can go to notifications and you can turn on the notifications for them. You can go into individual one and go ahead and change the different notifications that are available for each and every one of those apps. Then if you want to change the layout, press on app layout, and we can just press on any of those apps and move it along and around here, just the way you want. If you want to delete, you have to go back to the complications menu and delete over there. In the dock, you can have different favorites that are available for you to access, or you can do it by in order of recent instead. If you do favorites, you can just press on edit and delete the ones you dislike right out of here. And here it says the ones that are not available to be included. You can also rearrange the order by just dragging them around, and then press on done, and then go to back. Then there is a general one, and you can automatically install apps if you like. There's also the software update here, and you can check for update and download it. And there's airplane mode, and a lot of other things that you can do here. Those are the extra stuff that are kind of cool. Let's put in nightstand mode. You can enable screenshots, and you can check your usage and other information here. Let's go back. There's also Siri here, and we can get that to be always on. Activities, and those are different activities that you can do here. And here are all the stuff that is installed on the watch itself. And I just have an extra notification right here, and you can see there is one pass to it. It shows that something just came up. Let's press on general, and there is a software update already available for this phone. In the face gallery, you can go ahead and see which are the new face galleries that are available, and then pressing on this, you can change them around and press on edit, and you can add them directly to your phone. Here are the different ones that are available right now on my phone, and if I like any of them, I can check it out. Just press on it and change it around too. And if I want, and I like it so much, I press on add, and it adds to my watch face. Here is more. Oh, this one is kind of cool. And we can even do like half and half here. Now that's awesome. Half and half, press on add, and it adds it to my phone as well. Lots of cool different things, customization choices, and everything else that is available for your watch. Press on the App Store itself. You can discover different apps on a phone. Just press on this, and here we can just go ahead and download one of them. Just press on it, and you're going to go into it and check it out. So those are all the cool things that are available on the Apple Watch with the control panel. And if you want to update any of them, just press on update, and it's going to start updating it for you. And next time you turn your watch on, it can automatically update everything for you, all the apps.